Hello, Loita.
Hi guys.
Hi guys. Good afternoon. How are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. And as you guys can see by the topic, we just want to give an average of what the cost of living in Germany looks like for those that are willing to, relocate and all that. So you guys should, stay tuned, don't go. And before that, kindly click on the subscribe button, okay? Kindly leave your comment below, like this video. Thank you so much. So we have our book here. We just put down our points and our thoughts. So first, the number one point we'll be talking about is rent and utility. So
that's the biggest expense.
That's the biggest.
That's the biggest.
So allow my hobby to talk about rent and utility.
Okay, for rent, it's differs, depending on where you're staying in Germany. But we'll just talk from a small city to a big city, like maybe like Berlin, Munich, and the rest. So for 2-bedroom to 3-bedroom flat, an average for a big city, that's for a furnished apartment, might be between 8,000 to 1,400 euro
Monthly.
And for a small city, I can go as low as 600 to 700 euro for a smaller city, of course. For an unfurnished apartment.
Okay, that's unfurnished apartment, right? Okay, yeah.
So if you want it furnished in a big city, you can go as high as 1,500 to 2,500, right? Some are even higher, maybe 4-bedroom flats and the rest. Then for a small city, you can have from 700 to 800, maybe some 900, depending on the appliances and the things in the house, the furniture and the rest. So that's for a furnished apartment. So the biggest expense on average for furnished apartment should be between 600.
That's average. Between 600 to
1,400.
Okay, 1,400. Yeah. So, is there other bills included in this rent?
Yes. So most times they always include little utilities, not your electricity, but maybe parking space.
Okay.
Right. Some don't have, they pay for parking space.
Okay.
Then cleaning of the stairs.
Yeah, the staircase, elevator. Okay,
yeah.
Cleaning of the surroundings.
Then sometimes they have water.
Okay.
So water bill is included. Mostly those are always included in your cold rent. Or warm rent. It becomes warm when they add those utilities with it.
Okay. Yeah. So that's it for housing and rent. Yeah. So let's talk about, since we are still talking about housing and rent, so let's talk about electricity and heating costs.
Yeah, that's another new expense because of the increase in electricity and heating.
All over, things are so expensive now that.
Yeah. So most times they don't include in the rent unless you don't want to. Or they don't even do that unless it's a furnished apartment.
Okay.
So you pay your electricity and heating. It's usually the same company that used to do together.
Okay.
Although there are programs you can subscribe to. Usually from same company that provide electricity, that provide heating as well.
Okay.
So they used to charge per. They give you an estimated bill. They try to envisage how much you consume.
Okay.
Depending on people that live in the family, adults. If you have 2 people, 3 people in the house, they charge. And they will now come once in a year to come and check their usage. I don't know if they have to pay more or they have to refund you for estimated bill. So usually between 150 to 200 euro. Right now it's around, for some people, it depends on the area anyway, around 180 to 200 euro for 2 people, right? So if you're more than that, they will charge you more. Maybe
more. So it's just like the more you people hire in the house, the more they charge. The higher they consume their charge.
And since it's estimated, no, it's even they estimated that actually that you use up to this amount.
Up to this amount, but
And
okay.
if you don't use up to that,
They can refund.
They can refund.
Or they can even tell you are using more than that. You now have to pay
more. They tend to pay more. So,
well, let's talk about grocery. Grocery differs, because especially we Africans, we like our African food, and here in Germany, African food is expensive, and I'm sure because they import most of the things we use. But if you want to stick to the German food, grocery is very, very cheap here in Germany. To me, affordable. It's quite affordable because averagely, maybe if as a family, I can say you spend weekly grocery, you spend between maybe 50 to 100 euro. But because when you talk about buying a grocery of 100 euro, that's a lot. That's a lot because yes, that's a lot. So it depends. So for a single person or an individual, you won't even spend up to that. So it's just an estimation, but at least weekly you can just spend maybe between 50 to 100. But if you are going to the African store, you spend more, and that depends on how you eat or how you prefer the African delicacies or dishes. So averagely a yam will cost you about 7 euro, 10 euro, depending on the weight. Small one you get 7 euro. One tuber of yam 10 euro. African groceries are so expensive. You get shaki, you get whatever cow leg. They just put it in smaller packs of 1 kg. So you can see the cow leg for 6 euro, 5.5. You can see the shaki, which is the one we call the intestine. And that one too, you can see 5.5 euro for 1 kg. So all this varies. So you can just put together. It depends on how you cook. Crayfish are expensive, stockfish, everything is so expensive. But if you're sticking with the German grocery food, it's quite affordable. But if you are going to the African store, you're going to be spending more. So that's why most of the times you have to, look for alternative to this food.
Yes.
Like, for example, I've said it times without number that the semolina we buy here, we don't buy from the African store. We don't buy the one that is made from Nigeria. We discovered semolina in the Asia store. That is what we currently buy because it's way cheaper than that of the African store. It's the same texture, the same smell, the same taste. So there are some things you can just try and substitute instead of going to the African store like that. Even the rice we buy rice from Penny, we buy rice from Arab stores. We don't necessarily go to the African store to buy the rice. Yes, and the rice, they taste the same like back home. The ones we buy from Penny or Arab, they taste exactly the same. So grocery also depends on your taste, but if you want to just stick strictly with the grocery here, it's quite affordable.
Yeah. The next one is internet and phone bill.
Okay.
Yes, so here you have your own internet, right? Even if you're not working from home, you still have internet because you're always streaming on your TV or even at home. So internet here costs different provider, Vodafone, O2, and the rest. So there's an average of about 20 euro to 40 euro. Yeah, depending on the speed and of the internet, maybe about 100 megabyte per second. Up to 400 megabyte per second.
Okay.
And this fiber optics cable, right, they're quite fast. And also for your phone, you might also get a good plan for 10 gig, 20 gig, 30 gig, up to whatever amount you want for an average of about, let's say, 20 euro to maybe 30 euro.
Monthly?
Yeah, monthly for annual contract. Yeah, mobile data is quite expensive here.
Okay.
And that's why a lot of people stick to home internet because home internet is unlimited.
Okay.
And they're quite cheaper.
Okay.
But because if you're going out, check buses or answer on the phone, you need internet off your phone. So to make calls, to use data, you buy the bundle for about 20 to 30 euro, depending on your provider.
Okay. Let's talk about transportation. So transportation, I'll say it depends because currently if you're working from home, you don't really go out. But if you're the type that you go to work every day, so I'll just talk about, it depends on the city, but doubt I'm going to be using our city as an example. So if for monthly tickets is about 76 euro, monthly ticket. So which means you can use it throughout the month. And you can go out anytime you like. is a monthly ticket. But that same monthly ticket, we still have something we call yearly subscription. So you can subscribe for a year and you now be paying €60 for monthly ticket. This is because you are under a contract. Yeah, it's cheaper. So instead of let me just get the €76, you can just like, okay, I go to work every day, let me just subscribe to the contract, and and I'll be paying €60 monthly. Then we have the daily ticket, and that is what I and Obi we do mostly, because we don't really go out. We go out once in a while, some few weekends, so we just stick with the daily ticket. And daily ticket in our city is €6. Before it was 5.80, but it just changed to €6 per person. And we also have another ticket. That is what I'm currently using now. This ticket is for students, those that are doing internship, voluntary work, or students. And as you guys know, I'm currently going to the German school and classes, so I also qualify for this ticket. That ticket is currently €30 per month. Yeah, so that is what I currently use. So that is the transportation system kind of in Germany. You can have, but it might depend in bigger cities where they have the tram, the S-Bahn, U-Bahn and all that. It might be more expensive. In our city here, we don't have tram, we don't have all that. We only have the buses. Yeah. So what about taxi? So taxi is very easy too, and taxi I'll say averagely, maybe if you are going out, depending on the distance, but if you are not going far, maybe for example there's just strike in bus and you just want to get to the city center, let's say maybe between 18 to €23. What do you think? Between
max €20 you should get
it will get you to where you are going to, if it's not far within the city. So that's it for transportation.
Okay, another one is the TV cable and Netflix subscription, right? To watch TV. So for Netflix, in Germany it's about €8 to €19 depending on the package.
Okay.
They have 7.99, they have 15, they have up to €17.
Depends on how many screens.
And they can share that option. So that's about an average of €8 to €17.
Okay.
Then for the TV cable, depends on what you want to see. If you want to watch
maybe football, right?
I want to watch Premier League, Champions League. There are different providers, there's Sky TV, Dazzling TV. So on average of about, let's say, 19 to €30
monthly.
Yeah. So for Sky it's about €23. They increase to 29 or €28. So it depends. So on average it's about 19 to €30 TV cable, and 8 to €17 for
Netflix subscription. Yeah,
if you're also doing Amazon Prime.
Good luck to you. So one more thing is about when you have children as a family, because you'll be like, okay, for school, even though we know most schools in Germany are free, but if you have children that are below 3 years, you tend to pay some certain amount, and this amount depends on how much you earn. That is why it's affordable to everybody. So even though children, your child pay differently from someone else's child, even though they are in the same class, so it's quite different from back home where you all pay the same school fees and all. No, depends on your income. The government are the one that will ascertain what they want to deduct depending on your income, and depending, some pay as high as 250 something euro per month depending, and some pay as low as, I guess, maybe 50 or 70. So you can see the difference, and they are in the same class. And currently this includes the feeding.
And this is only for kindergarten. For children below age of 3. So once you're above 3, you only pay for the meal.
Okay. So averagely, what's the meal like?
Meal about €57 per month.
Depends on the city too. Currently,
city, yes.
So this particular example is just based on our own city.
Some city might charge more, some might not even charge. I don't think but it depends on your city.
And I think some, I don't know if they take food to school, but for our city,
but this is not actually school. This is kindergarten. So school might not pay for school at all. No tuition fee. I don't know if they pay for food.
But
Actually, it's not in school yet, but
Yeah, it's in kinder.
For kindergarten, you pay, they're both 3 years, you pay for only
Food, okay.
which is about 57 euro every month.
And they give them breakfast, lunch, and snacks. Yeah. So that's it. So it's an additional cost because as a family, we are paying monthly. So it's an additional cost. So I think I'll talk about clothing. But for clothing, I think clothing will depend on individual because we know here we shop even season by season because of the weather. Unlike back home that any clothes will just go any time of the day. But here what you use for winter is definitely different from what you wear in the summer. So yeah, clothing, I'll say it depends on individual. That I can't really put a cost, but I know you can get even a top or a cloth as low as 10 euro, and you can also get as high as up to 500 euro, depending on your taste, depending on the designer, the luxury. So for clothing, that one will be as you want. If you can shop every month, you can shop once in 2 months, 3 times, but you can get clothing as low as 10 euro, and you can get clothing as high as 500 euro, depending on your pocket. So I think the last thing will be maybe miscellaneous. And this miscellaneous be like because it depends. As a family, maybe you people go out, eat out, and averagely a restaurant, how much do you think a restaurant will cost for someone to eat out?
A plate of fish should be around between 15 to 20 euro.
Okay.
Yeah, even cheaper than that. Some places like Asian store is quite cheaper. Maybe 10 to 15 euro
for a plate of food with chicken and all. Okay. And at times I can still give an example for buffet. People do buffet, and buffet at times you see 20 euro for an per person. 20 euro, and you can eat as much as you want, but it's per person, and you can take home too. So it depends. And for family, you people can let's go out. There are various activities across Germany. Winter we have activities, summer we have activities. So miscellaneous just depends on the activities you people want to do as a family. If you want to go to eat out, if you want to order pizza.
Pizza, let's say an average of about 12 to 18 euro for
burger. You can
burger, same amount, maybe 10 to 15 euro for
so we'll just classify all that as miscellaneous, but it depends on what you people do as a family. Fun activities that you do, beer, wine, whatever you do. So that one depends on individual. So any other thing? I think that's all.
I think you have a rough estimate of how much it costs to live in Germany.
In Germany, so going by it now, you people should have a rough estimate, just like at least an average of what you expect and what you can the cost of living in Germany. So now we hope you guys have enjoyed this video today, and don't forget to leave your comment. Those that are in Germany already, please let's hear from your city. What do you think, so that we can know the comparison between different cities, and hopefully people from that are not here can also learn from the comment section. From your city, what do you think? What we've said, can you compare and just put down the cost from your own city? That would be much appreciated. So we are here to say thank you for watching. Thank you guys. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up, like it, share with family and friends. Okay. All right. Until we come your way next time. Bye.